Welcome to Lucy T WWE. I'm your host, Lucy T. And we are getting ready for Hell in a Cell this Sunday. First up on Raw, Seth makes good on his challenge to impress Dean and takes on the monster among men, Braun. Expected displays of massive strength ensue as Braun is throwing Seth above his head in the air like a little baby. If you remember my video from last week, I mentioned how it was curious how Braun took it easy on Dean post-match and did not do his usual, I won, but I'm still going to beat the crap out of you thing. He did continue to beat the crap out of Seth, though. And of course, Seth boyfriends Dean, not jealous at all, comes out and kicks him in the balls because how else is he supposed to incapacitate Braun? Mickie James comes to her dressing room to find a walker and adult diapers. I guess Nia Jax and Alexa are BFF again. Their frenemy-ship is just such a roller coaster. It's hard to keep up. Bray Wyatt rocking back and forth reminded me of when I try not to vomit from too much wine in the Uber on the way home and you're like, just focus, you're almost there, just focus, you're almost there. Later in the show, he also shows Abigail, Sister Abigail, who honestly looks like if the Joker and the girl from The Ring had a baby and then that baby got addicted to crack. Some rumors are speculating that Sister Abigail might be Paige. Oh, I would love for a Paige return. Titus O'Neil and Elias. Is this Titus's re-debut? Titus throws Elias across the ring literally by his head. What? Why doesn't this man wrestle more? He also has amazing music and that hand thing he does just like Maurice. And we see just how badly Enzo Amore is feeling because Renee attempts to interview Enzo and he legit can't speak though. Okay, I am very excited about the whole Miz Taraj does the Shield entrance coming in through the crowd. Roman gives 2 Superman punches to the Miz Taraj and destroys them on the steel stairs, making sure they can't interfere with his chances at the title. Then he also takes a chair and goes after Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, and the Miz is on the verge of tears. All before the bell rings, of course, so no DQ issue. Maybe he used all of his energy doing that, though, because the Miz had at least 2 or 3 2 counts on Roman. So Roman maybe spent all his energy trying to get the Miz Taraj out. My fave bit, though, was when Roman turns Miz's Daniel Bryan kicks into a powerbomb and is like, okay, the pendulum is swinging in the other direction, baby. And then Sheamus and Cesaro come out to beat up Roman. This is Belates setting up for the Shield reunion since The Bar is feuding with Rollins and Ambrose. Miz beating on Roman's back like a telenovela, though. But where are Dean and Seth? Sadly, Dean and Seth did not come out, but Miz and The Bar do the Shield's finisher and fist bump. Also, not sure why Roman, Seth, and Dean are in Dwight Schrute's locker room. There were a lot of like really old mustard and poo-colored crinkly suits in the locker room, and I was like, is that Dwight? Very excited, though, for the inevitable Shield reunion. How many times can I say that? I'm thinking that they're going to also drag out their fist bumps until probably 3 weeks from this week, like they did with Dean and Seth. So, SmackDown. Jinder is like seriously trying hard to be a better champion and keeping people interested and on their toes. So he goes for the cheap shot when the Karaoke Boys interrupt Renee's interview with Shinsuke in the ring. And Jinder ambushes the artist from behind and jumps him. Stop trying so hard. No one likes you, Jinder. Becky Lynch and Charlotte also faced Natalya and Carmella. Which, my favorite part of this whole match was when Charlotte kept yelling at Natalya, I'm gonna slap you in the face! Trying to get at her from outside the ring, and then goes to town on Natalya, and Natalya's hair extensions come out. Oh my god, I've been waiting for something like that to happen, because I'm like, how do these women wrestle on those hair extensions? And they came out. Real people, guys, real people. Looking forward to Carmella and Natalya's match on Sunday. Then there's like Bobby Roode and Mike Kanellis. Boreas! This match is so shit that makes the Poopa Mochi sad. Boreas. His entrance music is longer than the match itself. Obviously, Bobby Roode won to be like, yo, this is how good I am in the ring, Dolph. And then Dolph comes out with a marching band and confetti. Not a cricket commercial. Maybe the writers, though, had a similar slump with the Kurt Angle secret and started this whole rebrand for Dolph, but forgot where they were going with it. So now they're just kind of like stalling and kind of pulling a Michael Scott, where he starts a thought and doesn't know half of the time where it's going and makes up as he goes along and hoping he finds the way some way along the way. But he doesn't. What does Dolph use on his ponytail, though? Because I want some. His ponytails are always so bouncy and full. Oh, my God. Okay, Rusev, funny as ever, is like, it's okay, we'll have another Rusev day again. WWE Universe. It does work, though, that he said WWE Universe because he's, like, foreigner, so I guess that works. I guess both Rusev and Lana have their respective minions / admirers, since Lana has Tamina and now Rusev has Aiden English. So Aiden takes on Orton for Rusev. Rusev attempts to get in the ring at the end of the match, obviously after Aiden English gets his ass kicked by the Viper. And just as Randy is like doing his thing, Randy and him catch eyes, and then Rusev slowly backs out of the ring. Like, just kidding. Okay, big ticket item here, guys. Shane and Kevin Owens' Hell in a Cell match will now be Falls Count Anywhere. So KO starts making fun of Shane's theme song, but he obviously has not heard my version of it. Here comes the money! We get a teaser of the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation as Shane chases Kevin Owens out into the concessions and swag area, and they start fighting in the concessions, but I'm like, no, poor hot dogs and beer. Then Shane hobbles down back into the ring and shows just how unstoppable he is. And still manages to launch himself into KO. And ends in another KO on McMahon headbutt. And I am totally that little girl in the crowd last night with her hands on her mouth like, what? So winner of the week for me, I think, is Raw. There was lots of mic action on SmackDown prepping for Hell in a Cell. The Usos are awesome on the mic, and there's never a question on that. But will they deliver on Sunday? That match with the Usos versus the New Day was so hardcore and awesome. So I'm really hoping that they can recreate that magic on Sunday. But SmackDown is literally running out of stuff. They're even replaying that beginning part where Jinder ambushes Shinsuke during Renee's in-ring interview an hour into the show. And I'm like, that happened just like 38 minutes ago. You don't need to spend 4 minutes replaying that for me. Botch of the week, I'm going to give, because when KO and Shane were wrestling in the concessions area, KO attempts a powerbomb on Shane McMahon, but doesn't get him high enough. So basically it was more of like a running bear hug that he just like fell on. For the record, Kevin Owens and Shane did redeem themselves with an awesome powerbomb. Sign of the week, staying in the Kevin Owens theme, was Deport Owens, which conveniently I only saw after he had butted Shane McMahon. So that wraps it up for this week. Stay tuned, because next week I will also be sharing with you an interview I did earlier today with Sin Cara.